My name is Margo Seibert. If you saw OCTET last spring, you saw me as part of the ensemble. Hi. And so just starting out here, I wanted to maybe start by saying, yes, I will try to figure out Instagram Live to the best of my ability. Thank you for making me do it, Signature Theater. And two, I just wanted to take a second to, it's been a very heavy week, and I just wanted to acknowledge the staggering violence against Black bodies and people of color this week, last week, every week, and to acknowledge this absolutely maddening loss of life and the collective grieving that we're experiencing. So I want to urge everyone to be compassionate and get informed and get involved. We have the time. So that's where we're going to start. For the next half hour, we're going to chat with some OCTET pals because art makes everything better. Adam Bashian is going to join us. Justin Gregory Lopez, who recently won the Lucille Lortel for directing of OCTET. Amazing. Yes. So let's see. Oh, and also, so we have something very exciting coming today. I can't tell you what it is. It has to do with OCTET, and none of the cast members can tell you what it is. But hopefully it will come out today and you will see and you will be very, very excited. So we have a couple of questions. Maybe I'll answer one or two of them. Is it going well so far? I hope so. Let's see. Oh, right. Okay. Natasha's telling me she's helping me out. So just keep an eye on Signature for that treat sometime today for OCTET, just so you see what's going on. Hey, Adam. Great. So apple flavored Kit Kats asked some incredible questions here. And let's see, funniest onstage mishap, just to talk about OCTET for a minute, and all of my cast members who are here will very much remember this moment. We had these incredible shakers for the solo number, and the shakers were hidden underneath the chairs. So we would pull them out real stealthy like, and then I would start slapping them on my hand. And yeah, oh no, that's right, Kim. And then there was one day in which I took out the shaker, and I think we just paused due to my connection. Apologies. Hit the shaker. Shaker exploded. All of the beads inside of the shaker fell onto the stage. Like thousands and thousands of tiny silver beads, and all I could think was that I was going to cause the death of one of my cast members. So during the rest of the show, I found ways to crawl on the floor and sweep them up, because I couldn't let anyone perish. So that was a good OCTET mishap. Okay, so let's see, what else? Oh, I have here Rebstein, I'm not sure. Hi, Margo. How did the OCTET a cappella experience compare to the in-transit experience? Which is great. So I would say OCTET was much more of a chamber musical, and so when we begin at the beginning with the forest, it's a very organic and calm and very vocally helpful beginning. And I would say that it's a much more of and everyone has their moment and everyone steps back, and we're always singing. We're singing for the entire show. But in transit, comparatively speaking, we were always making our voices sound like instruments. So like, I'm the trumpet line right now, or I'm the bass line, or whatever. I'm a solo guitar. And so it was a much different kind of sound, because in OCTET, I think we were all cast specifically for our voices and how our voices sound. So versus creating these arrangements, like in Transit, Deke Sharon, who's absolutely amazing, arranged these numbers to be very pop a cappella and very instrument forward. And instead, in OCTET, it felt like the quality of our voices was kind of doing that work. So, yes, I hope that answered your question. Let's see. Now, I think Adam is going to be joining us soon. How that happens, I should know. He'll request to be seen, and in the meantime, I'll answer one more question. And Dave Malloy is in the room. Hey, Dave. Hope you're well. Oh, yeah, of course. Happy to answer. Please, continue to ask any questions. They'll be compiled. We would love to get to as many as possible. Weird question, but what do you think happened to the characters in OCTET? I think the little treat that you hopefully will see today may actually help inform that. What do I think happened to the characters in OCTET? I mean, I think healing is a process. So I would assume that everybody is slowly but surely reevaluating their relationship to their technology. Some days are better than others. But my assumption is that all of the members of OCTET, and probably even more, are attending these meetings and are continuing to examine their relationship to their phones and to their gaming and to their dating apps. Let's see. Adam. Oh, okay. So Adam has requested. I'm letting him in. Adam Bashian. Maybe, ladies and gentlemen, he'll be here shortly. Let's see. Hi!
Hey, how's it going? All right, it worked.
Baby's first Insta Live.
No, I know, it's confusing. I know.
Welcome.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks for having me.
Adam, I'm so happy to see you.
You
Haven't
too.
seen each other. Well, no one's seen each other. No one's seen each other. So Adam and I actually were in transit together. And
yes, we were.
OCTET. Did you have
and Tamar of the River.
Oh, and Tamar of the River. Right. We've done a lot of making sounds together.
Yes.
How would you say that those two experiences compared to one another?
I think, well, the biggest difference I always notice is that in transit was an a cappella musical, whereas OCTET was a musical that happened to be a cappella, if that makes any more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and
a
it
great
was,
way of saying it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Because that was
right.
a smart, intelligent thing. And that's it.
Good. Succinct. Perfect.
Yeah.
How's Jersey?
It's great. It's quiet here.
City.
Jersey City, yeah, it's quiet here. But I'm proud of Jersey City because everybody's really following the CDC rules, and I see a lot of masks and a lot of social distancing. So proud of my Jersey brethren and sisters here. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Justin, Adam, and myself all live in New Jersey now.
Yep.
So, yeah, Jersey contingency of
Justin's like right up the road from me, actually.
Is he?
He helped me put up curtains in my bedroom. Yeah.
The beauty. My heart's breaking. Okay, so I wanted to take a minute now. I don't know. Hopefully you know this about Adam already, but if you don't, now you know. But Adam has an incredible business called Dark Interiors, where he sells and deals in oddities.
Yes.
Is that?
That's very close. Yeah, that's dead on. It's antiques, oddities, and artifacts. And yes, you can follow us on Instagram at dark.interiors. And it was something that was kind of birthed out of, I've always collected oddities and weird fun things. And after a while, I wanted to keep my addiction going. So I started to sell off things to make money to buy new ones. And it just sort of spiraled into just a full-time parallel career, as it were. Yeah, but it's been a blessing during this pandemic period because that's like my only.
Are people on oddity alert?
People are. I think people are using retail therapy and they're just so bored at home that all they want to do is buy stuff on Instagram, apparently. So I'm fine with it. But we do a live, funny enough, right after this at 3 o'clock, we're going to be doing a live presentation where I'm going to show off an Egyptian mummy hand in my collection. Yes.
I saw that one. That was striking.
Yeah.
Are there teeth happening as well?
Are there teeth happening as well?
Like,
tonight, there are some teeth. Yes, that's during our auction. We have an auction at 7 o'clock on Instagram Live. Yeah.
I'm not going to purchase those teeth, but I am watching just in case anyone is looking for some teeth.
Yes,
later.
Some real human teeth and a bunch of other crazy cool stuff. Yeah, so you should absolutely check it out, please.
And Adam, what's been like, there are a lot of emotions everyone's very likely been experiencing over the last 10 weeks now.
Yeah,
how, like, what's bringing you joy? Is there something?
I mean, well, luckily for me, I'm living here with my partner, so that's been very helpful with you know, having another human being around who you love. So that's been great. Honestly, the antiquing thing is such a passion of mine that's been keeping me going. And this is going to be the nerdiest thing, but I listened to that OCTET cast album, and it brings me a lot of joy because knowing that it touched people as much as it did, and being a part of that, you know, and there's nothing quite like it really in musical theater, so it's just brings me a lot of happiness and all that. So, and I listen to your album quite a bit too, actually.
Adam, thank you.
Which you can also check out. Yeah.
Jeez, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I also realized I should probably mention that Berkeley Rep announced its season yesterday.
They sure did. They sure did. I wasn't sure if we were supposed to talk about that.
Well, it's out. I mean, maybe Dave can be like, no, but I think it's out. Berkeley Rep announced OCTET in their spring 2021 COVID permitting season.
Yes.
Which is incredibly exciting.
It is very, very exciting. So more on that soon.
Okay, more on that soon. All right, Adam, I don't know how to proceed from here. I'm gonna get rid of you, and I'm gonna find Justin if he's on here.
I think he is. Yeah.
Super obvious somehow.
You'll figure it out. He's really good at this stuff, so he'll get.
Oh yeah. That makes. Oh, Alex joined.
Yeah, hi Alex.
Adam.
The gang's all here. All right,
wonderful.
Friends.
I also think somebody commented that they might be interested in buying teeth, but they shouldn't be spending money right now, so you might want to check that out.
Well, yeah, you should check out Dark Dot Interiors. So, thank you. All right, I'll talk to you soon, Margo.
Love you.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye.
Remove Adam. I've removed Adam. We're so great in OCTET, and Margo, you're wonderful in Unknown Soldier. Thank you so much. Very lucky to have gotten to witness your work. I appreciate that. I don't even know if I should say mid-run of Unknown Soldier at Playwrights Horizons, very close to Signature Theater. And we had opened on Monday and we closed on Thursday. So it was, I'm glad you got to see that show. It was quite an adventure. Okay. Oh, and right, Kim is here, Alex is here. I have enough deer teeth I collected myself. I'll survive. Thank you. Hey, look, I made a hat. Okay, it looks like Justin is here. And I know it takes a few seconds to connect. I'm very patient. Justin Gregory Lopez. There he is!
Hey!
Hey!
How are you?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm great. Doing all right.
Thank you for visiting.
Yeah.
It's my first Instagram Live.
Oh, me too. I don't really know how this stuff works. Yeah.
It's gonna be my new thing. I don't know if Kuhu's here, but this is gonna be my thing, okay? How have you been? How's Jersey City Heights?
I mean, I love Jersey. I'm from New Jersey. I'm born and raised in New Jersey, so New Jersey's kind of like more my speed. I love New York City. I lived there for like a few years, 6 years or so, and moved back to Jersey because it's more my speed. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, I mean this past 10 weeks has been crazy for all of us. So I mean I guess. If there's anything to take out of it is that, we really are all in this together. And I mean, to be quite honest, I feel really guilty saying this. I'm a homebody anyway. So like, I mean, this is, I know.
A July baby, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Love being at home.
I know, I just love it. I mean, it's just like one of my. I've been home. I'm like, this is great. Like it's
How
okay.
much are you redecorating?
It's a little. We've done a little bit of decorating. I'm here with my fiance, Isabel Santiago, and we've actually put some stuff up on our walls now, and just kind of figuring out where to put things, and it's nice. It's like it's nice being home for a while. I mean, it has been like insane. I think a lot of the I know that there's still a lot of people who are, I guess, either waiting on unemployment or whatever, which is, I think, a whole other kind of nightmare to go through. But holding up. Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Good. Any favorite snacks? I'm curious as to what people have made that's delicious. Although I think your Instagram post of your snack the other day.
I am a peanut butter and jelly fan. That's just kind of like my
Delicious.
jam. It's the perfect snack. I think it's just the perfect snack.
But you had made that like pre-COVID times.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, since we've been home, we've had a lot of cookies, which is a dangerous thing because I mean, I'm like trying not to get the COVID-20, like being
Adam
home
says
and.
it's a boring snack. I know it's a little difficult. It's what meals are a very fun time to look forward to. I feel
I mean, every meal is,
every single meal and all the between meals.
yeah, because you're what else are you gonna do? I'm like, I feel like I'm sitting around like, well, I'm waiting. When am I gonna eat next? I'm like, I just ate. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, like
So
that's right.
now
PB and J is the perfect snack.
Perfect
That's
snack.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
it
not
is.
dumb.
It's
Yeah,
the salty
actually,
and the yeah.
I'm kind of craving it now. So keeping with our dark interiors theme,
Yes.
dark exteriors. So you messaged me because I was like, tell me something interesting.
Hmm.
That you lived above a cemetery as a kid?
I did. Yeah.
Like
So
up on a hill?
well, no, actually, I lived at the cemetery. So yeah, at a cemetery. So my father is a cemetery executive. He's been the superintendent of a cemetery of a cemetery in Fort Lee for a while. So when we were kids, like I grew up in the apartment literally above the cemetery building. At the time, my parents didn't have much money, and that's kind of it was like I think the rent might have been almost nothing to be there. So it was cool to it was interesting. I was very little. I didn't like move out of the cemetery until I was probably like 10 or 11. But it is kind of interesting because it does give you I realize now in my later years that like it gives you a lot of perspective, I'm like people are watching people go through like existential crises. I'm like, my whole life has been an existential crisis, like since I was like a child. I'm like, okay, so
Must have been very quiet.
It was. It's actually really very peaceful. I mean, I feel even when I pass by them, there's a peace that I feel like when I go through them. I used to walk through them. Actually, I worked there most summers when I was about between the ages of 16 until about 18 or 19. I was working there during the summers, so I was outside in the cemetery, just
That's amazing.
doing the grounds. Yeah.
Yeah, I have some questions for you.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, so I have a couple of questions and I'm curious. This is from apple flavored Kit Kats, which sounds delicious.
Right.
If you could play any other character in OCTET or a Malloy musical, what would you pick?
Oh, wow, my God. Any other character? Well, I mean, I love Little God so much that I think it would have to be Marvin. I think it would definitely be
JD, watch out.
Yeah, JD, watch out, man. Sorry, JD. I love that it kind of ventures into like the way it ventures into this world of like what is real, what is reality, what do we perceive, and it's like it just gets so he just I mean Dave just does it so well, but he cuts right to the into that, and I just love, like, you know, having, you know, my brain feel like it's being put through a pulverizer, you know. So that's
Yeah, Malloy does that well. You hear that,
yeah.
Dave? Love Little God.
Little Gods.
Isabel
It is
loves
one.
Little God.
It's one of my
She never-
favorites. Yes, yes, she is. Yeah.
um, let's see. That's an amazing answer. I honestly feel like maybe I want to be in Ghost Quartet.
Oh my God. Yes, that is.
I don't know anyone's
Ooh.
names, but
Yeah, I don't know the characters' names either, but
turn the
that's
lights
some
out. Put me
beautiful
in the
stuff.
dark.
Oh,
Sing.
so
Malloy Cinematic Universe. Absolutely.
absolutely.
Fantasy, the other reality. We're being quoted. How thrilling. How are you? Or have you been listening to the OCTET album at all, or how have you been?
Yeah,
thinking
absolutely.
about the journey.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is. You know, it's a kind of theater that, as like in college, that I've always wanted to do. You know, I'm like, I love material that is challenging. I mean, not even just intellectually, but musically challenging. It was like, I felt like I went to music school for this for the show.
100%.
So, I mean, as a result of that, I realized, you know, like during the show, you know, we're singing, we have each other, you know, in our ears and everything, but now I get to hear the whole piece the way it is instead. Because I mean, for a while, it was hard listening to it without listening to my own voice and being like, oh, I missed that pitch. I'm like, oh, that wasn't the right interval. Like, you know, like all that, you know, like that. But now that I'm past kind of that, I can listen to it and really just enjoy it. And I'm finding, you know, new things with every listen, I feel like. And it's just, and also it's really nice hearing all of y'all in my ear. You know, it's just such a nice, that forest, just like, it takes me away, you know. It's always a song I need.
The Who Man has the field as her or his or her morning alarm.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Beautiful start to every day.
That hum into the, you just, I mean, I'm always thinking about like I'll be like sitting there like washing dishes and I'm like
that's amazing.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's such a completely different experience to actually hear the music.
Yeah.
And not just actively be a part of singing it, which is really amazing.
Absolutely.
Let's see. So, I'm trying to time manage my Instagram Live. I have one more guest, Annie Tippe. Do you have any other closing words, Justin?
Yeah, you know, just to everyone out there, you know, just hang in there. I mean, I know these are really, these are tough times for all of us, and you know, and now that it's being kind of compounded with what is, you know, almost sorry to say, but everyday American stuff. You know, I think it's important to just be good to each other, to be kind to each other. You know, to be really. I know it's such a trite thing to say, but like to be the light in, you know, in the world, be that light in the darkness. It is so important that everyone just kind of like just be there for each other. If you can only be there for one other person, do it. I mean, it really makes a difference, because I mean, it's hard. You look at all these things going on and we feel so powerless sometimes, but sometimes just reaching out and saying, hey, how are you doing, is the best thing you can do for someone, you know? And I think that it's really important now that we have each other's backs. And I feel like for the most part, that's where we are as a society. I feel like most people want to be good and want to be, you know, there for each other. But it's just that peaceful reminder that when you're feeling hopeless and you're feeling angry, you know, find something good to do for someone else. Find a way to pad that pain a little bit for someone else. Because it really is like, it's like a good friend once told me that to give is to receive and to receive is to give. So it's a beautiful thing to be able to reach out and be, you know, a light for someone else.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank
you. Also, someone said that they want you to make your own music. So.
Oh God! If I wrote music, I would. I'm happy.
Get on it.
I am happy to sing. I'm happy to sing on. So send me some tracks. I'll sing on it. But I swear I will do it.
This man is a legend at Brandy's Piano Bar on the other side. I don't know if you know. That's amazing. Well, thank you for that. I'm so happy to see you.
I know.
I hope to see you closer than this soon.
Yeah,
Or
I
rather
know.
than later. Learn it, Justin. You have the power, says Heather.
I have the power. Thank you. That is, see, there you go. Be the light. I love that. Thank you.
Okay, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Bye, Margo.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay. Let's see. I also just realized that there might be some questions here. Oh my God. Yes, all sorts of questions. My favorite octet song. I think my favorite octet song is Monster. I feel like a fiery goddess getting to sing it, which is why I played it in the intro. And also, like, maybe right now I'm feeling a little fiery. So I think our third and final guest will be Annie Tippe, our director. And once she requests entry, if you're here, Annie, I'll let you in. Otherwise, I will continue with, let's see. Oh, there's even more questions. Okay, I apologize, everyone who I missed these questions. The trout are about this big. Are you set on the size, or was it different every night? In Little God, we we say the trout is about this big, and everyone does a different measurement. We decided on our measurements and for visual humor, and they were the same every night. Okay, so let's see. Annie Tippe has requested. Sorry, Annie. I see you now. And she's on her way in. She's on her way in.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm figuring out what all the buttons mean.
I can't believe I did it and it worked.
Hi, Annie.
Hey, Margo. I wore the same shirt as you, so I had to change. I'm now.
How did you have this? I got this in a thrift store in Amsterdam.
a similar cut.
I see. We could have been twins.
Now I'm in the vein of what Justin was saying so beautifully. Well, it's probably backwards and says, you know,
it is
all, love to all, love to all,
love to all. Thank you for
How are
joining
you?
me. I'm well. I feel much more better than before this started, because now I've seen my friends and I get to see all these amazing people and their questions. And somebody just asked, how did the phone jump off the wall? I don't know.
With a hope and a prayer. I will say, I won't give it away just because I think it's
theater magic.
I mean, it's theater magic, and also someone very craftily from the props department at Signature figured out how to do that. But I think it's just an encouragement that the smallest things, I think, can, you know, tickle
Yes,
people.
Absolutely. And that it's still someone's question. Like, it's been in their mind. Like,
no, it's a really good question. And also, if I
question.
really wanted to answer that, I couldn't, because I actually don't know.
It's true. Yeah.
I don't know how they did it.
Right.
It just one day worked.
So, how are you?
I'm very well. With everything that you've already said and that Justin shared, and Adam. Yeah, I'm lucky to be healthy. It's sunny outside my window. Can I do this? There are roses.
Oh, nice.
Through the bars.
Through the bars.
Through the bars. I can reach for them. Yeah, I'm doing well. Now,
you mentioned that you are doing your best to become friends with dogs through eye contact alone, because they can't necessarily, maybe you can't touch them, or they can't see your full face.
I think it's that, and the owners don't know where the voice is coming from. But you know, my partner and I would take walks every day, just, you know, get out of the house, and we're fully masked up, and so you just get to know the dogs of the hood. And I do have a tendency to impersonate what I think the personality of the dog is back to them.
What a special talent.
Yeah, no one likes it. The dogs don't like it. The owners really hate it.
So there hasn't really been necessarily any progress made.
No, I've made no new friends since
Okay.
quarantine.
We'll work
But
on it. We'll work
you
on
you remain an old friend of mine.
it. And you're also spending your time making masks for charity?
I am. Well, I just was trying to figure out, especially in the first few weeks, what I could do to contribute some kind of effort, and I can sew. And my mom had a sewing machine, so I joined up with this organization called Make Masks 2020.
Great.
And the first 2 days or so, I like cried on the floor of my house because I learned I couldn't remember really how to read a ruler or measure or like just do really basic stuff. But I have since made, as of this morning, 200 cloth masks.
That's amazing.
And they have gone to organizations. Yeah, it feels like nothing, but it did. I am proud of the effort, and
it doesn't sound like anything. It does not sound like it sounds. It's
200 masks, and they've gone to a bunch of different organizations in need who have requested the masks around New York City, and I think one of mine went out to Jersey. Shout out Justin.
And Adam.
And Adam. Oh, right, everyone. It's a way to channel a creativity that I have that wasn't coming out. You know, I can't do a play alone here, or no one wants that from me. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a good way to be creative and feel like it's meaningful.
Like a phenomenal skill to cultivate. The
Thank
sewing
you.
of the, like that maybe that'll be the future. We'll all need to like
our associate costume designer, who might be on here, Heather? Actually had to give me a phone tutorial.
Thanks, Heather.
Yeah, so shout out Heather.
Okay,
yeah,
so I have a question here.
Yeah.
In the Instagram Live, how do you see the impact of OCTET shifting currently / during COVID-19 as we are all even more attached to our technology, navigating new and changing relationships to tech and each other?
It's a
beautiful
great
question. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful question. It's a question whose answer lies on the other side of something that I don't know the result of yet, right? This is, every day I feel like I have a different relationship to my technology, and I feel like as my own personal relationship changes from day to day, my relationship to the show changes. And I imagine that to be the case for any audience member who I hope will get to see our show in the future. It's like the day that you walk in, you're coming in with the weight of, you know, how that technology has helped you or hurt you today. And I mean, last week or 2 weeks ago, I got off Instagram. I found it to be really grueling to be on while in isolation and kind of painful. This week I am seeing this week I'm seeing a revolution that I want to be part of. And so my re-engagement has caused me to look again at social media and this device, you know, in a really positive light, even though I feel my finger it's so hot. Do you get the like burning finger?
No, but maybe I should move my finger faster.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know what that syndrome is. I feel like I have burning finger. Anyway,
it's a new number perchance? A new number in OCTET called burning finger?
Get to it, Dave. Yeah, it's a great question. But Dave, I think this is true with this show, but all of Dave's music. To me, they're all meditations on something incredibly deep. And a meditation I don't think it changes or ends. I think it just continues to deepen. So I hope this layer of our world is just a new layer to deepen our show without the show necessarily needing to change or adjust to the times. It's just I think a deepening.
Yeah, it's been, it certainly speaks very much to Velma's point of view. like this period of time of like, well, how else would I be this connected? How else would we be doing? We couldn't do this. You
Yes.
know?
How do you feel, Margo? How has it felt for you, your relationship to technology in quarantine times?
I mean, I was getting very proud of myself around tech times as my screen use decreased.
Yeah.
I was like, look at me, I don't need it. And like, I think we were all kind of collectively just examining why am I on it right now? I just don't feel like going to bed, or like, what am I avoiding? Or
yes.
And so, but I do feel like, I mean, the time has gone way up. We feel so zoomed out, like so many Zooms.
Yeah.
Zooming, and it's amazing, but it also like is kind of exhausting. And I think because we're not going out and being among people, or like going to get things done, there seems more of a reason to just always be available, to be on it.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that is something that is a little difficult, to be like, no, that's okay. I don't want to participate in, I could, I'm not anywhere else, but maybe it's just a little too much.
Yeah. I think boundaries became non-existent, and now that we're entering a phase of like, for the undetermined future, maybe, I don't think theater exists online, but it's certainly a platform where we can do things like this. I think people are starting to remember, you know, in my old life, I would have been busy right now. You know, I would have been commuting, or
I'm here,
or in a play. So yeah, maybe at 8 p.m. I'm not free, and I'm
right. Yeah, that is the beautiful
tomorrow.
thing. One of the beautiful things about theater is that like you have to be, I mean, I'm not talking about the audience, bless you all, and thank you all who turn off your phones. But as a performer, like, you really do get a full stop, at least for 90 minutes. So I'm missing that.
Missing it. Yeah.
Let me see what else people have asked here.
I love this BFS burning finger syndrome. I want to go ahead and believe that's real, and I'm gonna self-diagnose. It is hot right now.
Your finger? Are you okay?
It's hot from
maybe you should also make tiny ice pack masks for your finger.
I love that. Now that sounds like the effort we need more than ever. Now more than ever. Ice pack, finger pack.
Well, how about Annie? Is there a particular character on OCTET that you relate to the most, or you feel for the most? This is from apple flavored Kit Kats.
That's a good question. Kit Kat? Kit Kat?
Kit Kat.
I can't scroll fast enough. Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I'm kind of scrolling through all the characters in my mind. Yeah, you know what? I think, like Velma, I have some addictive research tendencies and kind of wormhole.
Interesting.
What is that called? Informational.
Yeah.
That absolutely keeps me from being in the present. I think I struggle to watch a movie without looking up every single person who's in it, and I need to know how many times they've been married and how they died. And I don't know why, because I'm not the kind of person who even retains information well. So it's not like I'm using it to then go into conversation and be like, I know, I've learned so much.
You just want to find it.
But I also think, like, at the depth of that, right, is like, it's a way for me to deal with anxiety and what I don't want to be thinking about. So if I can just scroll and search,
That's great.
Yeah.
Also, we just got in the chat here, is there a work in the Malloy verse that you'd want to direct but haven't yet?
Oh, wow. Well, I've directed 2. Thanks, Dave. And I feel pretty confident Rachel Chafkin has directed most of the others. So I would, and they were all directed perfectly. So it's I don't have a new take on Great Comet, but I will say that I have performed in Great Comet long ago in a workshop. I was in Great Comet. So though I don't know that I'd want to direct any of them, because to me they're all like Comet and Preludes and Moby Dick, like they're perfectly done, knocked it out of the park. I wouldn't mind to maybe be in a Zoom reading of a no, this is my nightmare. I never want to perform again. What am I doing
here? Annie Tippe would like to be in a Zoom reading.
I would like my friend and my associate director on OCTET, Michelle Ross, to direct me in whatever she likes for an audience of one. For you. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Maybe we'll do one more.
This is so cool.
It's so cool, right? Okay.
Look at all this great analysis of Ghost Quartet and OCTET. Who did you play in OCTET?
Oh,
Helene.
Oh, and Great Comet?
Yeah. We're in an old, maybe the second workshop. The part that Amber
Michelle
Gray
is here, by the way.
Oh, Michelle. Hey, Michelle. The part that Amber Gray iconically portrayed, I was briefly in for 2 weeks, and it was Rachel Chapkin for 2 weeks being like, can you be more confident? Can you be more charming? And I think on like the third day, I immediately lost my voice because I'm not well trained, and I think I was on steroids for like 2 weweeks straight. So.
Oh my God.
Oh, Chris Ford. Oh my God.
Pals. Okay, so there's one here.
Yeah.
K.88 asks, I saw the show twice and remember so many changes between previews and the final show. Were there any parts that were cut or changed that you wish had stayed?
I love that question. And thank you for coming and seeing the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Twice. Previews are so strange. And when I'm an audience member, this chair is so creaky. When I'm an audience member, I feel so honored to see previews. I love when actors come out with papers in their hands and it's just like a hot mess. That to me is like,
I do too.
No one else is going to see what I have seen. And I know that maybe tomorrow this monologue will, this paper in your hands will either be cut or cemented in. And I don't know what's going to happen. So I thank you to people who come in previews and are generous.
Oh, I love it.
I don't miss anything. There are a lot of things that I loved that I don't think belonged in the show, but were beautiful capsules that I wish I could just watch again.
Yeah.
There was maybe Kuhu talked about this, but there was a moment when Dave composed vocal underscoring for Kuhu's song.
Yes.
Beautiful.
We were all humming on the ground.
Yeah. Margo, did we do it for one show or a weekend?
We did it for one show, I think.
One show. The music was absolutely gorgeous, and the gesture really felt like a group of people lifting someone else up in their discovery of the discovery of the journey towards self-acceptance, which was stunning. And ultimately it was the right decision that she sing it alone and that we trust, like we're all holding her up. But damn, the music was so pretty.
I wish I could hear that too.
Yeah, but that's I love that.
Justin still hums that in his head. I don't know that I could remember it. And I feel like maybe we were taking her down slightly in our lying hums. But there's also maybe like 20 minutes of staging from Marvin's section that were cut, and there's some weird staging. Oh, Pappy, is that you? Oh, Pappy.
I think in Marvin, I utilized with Michelle's help like every shape I could think of until I ran out of shapes.
And then you were like, these are
circles,
then the rest of it has to go.
100 clumps, diagonals, a star that turns and shatters.
It's great.
Directing is shapes.
All the shapes. Oh, Pappy. That's amazing.
Pappy.
We are very close to out time.
Fine.
But
it was great while it lasted.
It was amazing while it was happening. I'm sorry about your finger, and I hope it gets better.
It's okay. Margo, you're a great, great artist and performer. We're lucky to have you.
Thanks, Annie.
Yes.
Thank you for gracing us with you. Now reach for those roses, and I'll hopefully see you soon.
Do I have to see myself out? Or
I think I exit you.
So
here,
brutal.
watch. Goodbye.
So
I'm removing
Jessica of you.
But yeah, you're out. Bye. Okay. All right. Well, that was fun. Okay, so time is getting tight here. Thank you for spending your lunchtime with us, whether you're eating PB&J or whatever you happen to be having. But I'm excited to announce that Sig Space will continue these arts lunches every other Friday. So 2 weeks from now, Friday at noon, same date and time, you can eat your snacks with us. Thanks, Alex. Thank you for joining us, Adam and Justin and Annie. And thank you to Signature for putting this together. I don't know if you've noticed, but the production of OCTET at Signature Theater has been attracting some award attention, and we received a very special ensemble award for the Drama Desks and have been nominated, I think, for 8 other Drama Desk awards. So, like, we love our Signature family, and thank you for making this this show come to life. And I'm so glad that people have enjoyed it and are recognizing it. It's amazing. And thank you to all of you who keep watching and are keeping this community alive during quarantine and beyond. Let's see, is there anything, Natasha, is there anything else? Thank you for joining us. Come back to Sig Space, and then you can see these arts lunches. And that's all I got. Thank you all for being here. My confidence is soaring. I will see you soon. Keep making, keep taking care of each other.